What's up? We got season 4, episode 14, Code of Silence. So it starts off at the mayoral debate where we see Oliver and Thea talking about when Damien Dark's wife shows up saying, "Hey, Oliver," and he's like, "Hold up, is Abby's your real name?" And "Are you married?" And she's like, "No, I'm not." But then Oliver's like, and he's like, "Ruvet Adams," and she's like, more like Ruvet Evil Dark. So, and he's like, Ruvet Adams is his opponent. So Laurel meets up with Quentin, and they're talking. So we see, and he's like, so then we see Damien Dark talking with his board of people, with Merlin now on his team. With Merlin having a cast up hand, because I guess they couldn't give him like a robotic one like Anakin did in Star Wars Episode 2, Episode 3. I guess they couldn't give him, so they casted it up, and he's like, what about this Oliver Queen? He's like, Oliver, and he's like, and Merlin's like, I know Oliver. When he puts himself something, he won't give up. So he's like, what are we gonna do about Quentin Lance? And he's like, yeah, that's already been taken care of. And he's like, Quentin Lance is on the side of the vigilantes. And he's like, well, that Quentin problem has already been dealt with. So we see Laurel and Quentin driving up, and Quentin is dumb enough to go put his gun in his holster, and then he gets attacked with Laurel saving him. I feel like Quentin has been righted into really a dumb guy this season. Like, So they're like, why would Dark try to take him out? So let's keep Donna. Let's keep Donna safe. Quentin decides to break up with Donna, but she's like, hold up, she's been through this before. And she's like, maybe we need to take a longer break. So then Felicity shows up, getting mad at Quentin, and she's like, she blames him for being a man. Hold up. I guess she wants to look after her mom, make sure her mom's all right. But blaming Quentin because he's a man, it's just like, Felicity, I know that my Aunt Dewey loves Felicity, and she's the best character, but I'm just gonna say, the writing for her is also pretty weak. Yeah, so Felicity basically just tells her mom, hey, give Quentin another shot. Because she is meant, the team decides to attack Damien Dark and his new people called the Demolition Team. The Demolitions. And they decide to attack them, but they're going after they throw Oliver and Felicity an engagement party, but that's when Thea shows up and says, hey, I've been looking into and Alex showed up, someone named Samantha Clayton, and why would Mom want to write her a check? He's like, I don't know. And Thea basically tells Oliver that he's doing the right thing by lying to Felicity here, by not telling Felicity or none of his friends the truth. It's keeping William safe. Okay, Thea. And Oliver's like, thanks, Thea, for basically breaking up me and Felicity. Bye. I'm just like, he doesn't actually say that, but he says thank you. And she's like, for what? For what I need to hear? That's basically telling you to keep this a secret. This is basically what I just said. It's basically saying, hey Thea, thank you. We know that this is going to break up Oliver and Felicity, me and Felicity, but I want to say thank you, because I don't know, because I'm not mad at all. Thank you for giving me what I needed to hear. Oliver, why did you thank her? She's just telling you to lie more. That's what she's telling you. That's her whole advice. Just telling you to lie more. She's just telling you to lie more. That's what she's doing. And I don't like it. I do not like it. How he's just telling Felicity though, he says thanks, that's why I need to hear. But that's basically just saying, but she's basically telling him to lie more to her. He's basically saying what I just said. Thanks, Laurel. Thanks for Thea, because I want to break up me and Felicity. I know it's gonna hurt her. I know that Felicity's a whiny child, but this is great advice. No, it's not. This is not great advice. Telling him that keeping this a secret is keeping William safe is one of the worst advices I've ever heard. It's one of the worst advices I've ever heard on a television show. Telling Thea telling him that by keeping this a secret from everyone Oliver cares about is keeping this child safe. Even to basically say, oh, Felicity who? We know this is going to destroy a Felicity fan, but we don't care. Because we just want to hammer it in that this kid's secret is keeping him safe. We're Arrow, and we approve this terrible message. Because it's a terrible message to send your fans. Okay, I'm just gonna get on to the review. I know that I just bashed down that scene between Oliver, Thea, and Oliver, which I agree with, because it's a terrible scene, just a terrible message. Just keep lying to Felicity and everything will work out. That's basically just what they're trying to hammer down at. Lie to Felicity and everything will work out fine. Yeah, but anyway, back to the other scene. We see, they're like, so Felicity tries to tell her mom to get back. So Quentin, so at the debate, Oliver, Reve's demolition team tell Oliver to keep Oliver Queen. Try to make it so Oliver Queen doesn't make it out here alive, and they're like, yeah, so Thea pulls the fire alarm and Donna shows up saying, Oliver's in there, we gotta go save him. But then she runs into Quentin and he's like, hey, look, it's Quentin, he just got his man, now you have to get yours back. He just got his man, and now you have to get yours, which means get Quentin. So, yeah. Anyway, so they stop the demolition team, and yeah. So then what happened is that Curtis appears at Felicity's engagement party and gives her a biostimulant, which will help her walk again. And then we immediately see Damien Dark introducing his daughter to William to end off this episode. So what do I think about this episode? Is it bad? I don't know. I think it's a bad message. It just tells you keep lying to your loved ones and that will be a good thing. That's basically its message. Between the Oliver and Felicity stuff. Thea is basically telling Oliver to lie to Felicity. I don't know why she's telling him to lie. I don't get it. Why is lying... she's saying lying is keeping this kid safe, but obviously it's not, because now this kid's in the hands of Damien Dark. I do not like this episode. I'm not a big fan of the... Actually, I don't like this... I like this episode for the story, but its whole message is just wrong. It's a wrong message to send your viewers. And it's a wrong message to give to your big Felicity fan like me. I am a huge fan of Oliver and Felicity, and just to tell Oliver to continue lying to her is just wrong. It's wrong. And to have Oliver agree with what Thea was telling him is also wrong. It's just wrong. Wrong message, wrong idea, wrong episode. That's the entire thing. Wrong message, wrong idea, wrong episode. And Quentin's written as completely and utterly dumb. And Damien Dark now has William. They really messed up. They really messed up with the message. Usually the messages in these episodes are really great, but this message about continue lying to Felicity was a wrong idea. It is a wrong message. I do not agree with the message of the episode. I'm just gonna say that. I do not agree with the message of the episode. But anyway, that was it for this video. I'll see you next time for some more Arrow. And hopefully, yeah, next episode. I've seen it today, but I'm just gonna say it's an okay one. Its message is way better than this one. Its message is way better than this one because this message about Oliver lying to Felicity, encouraging Oliver to continue lying to Felicity, is just wrong. And the writers approved this message. No, they didn't. I approve my own messages, writers.